Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us tonight in JT Ladies Lounge, live on Judson's Radio DC. And I am your host, Jazz. And
I'm T. Hello.
Yes, thank you all for joining us. And tonight, we wanted to reflect and relive Sunday R&R. We wanted to do something relaxing. We wanted to make sure you brought your weekend good with good vibes and just, reflecting on the things that you can appreciate that happened this week and maybe some of the things you don't appreciate that happened this week. So maybe you can do something to prevent it from happening next week.
Right. Oh, just overall.
Or just overall.
Yeah,
just overall reflection.
Like this week, this month.
Yep.
Because we know it is March Madness.
Yep.
But you know what? We're going to make this March happiness. We're going to make this March happiness. So anything that you reflect on in your life,
anything you want to talk about, anything that's going on, make sure you share it with us, how you can change it, how you plan on changing it. We're all here for it.
Right, and how to relive. Reflecting. Whew. I do a lot of reflecting. Let me tell y'all, I do a lot. When I tell you I do a lot, I do a lot. And even with doing Judson's Radio, JT Ladies Lounge, sitting in front of this computer and talking to y'all on a weekly basis, twice a week, I still reflect.
Of course.
Like, I mean, I realize my best reflection time is when I'm in the car. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the car and I'm just going, that's when I do a lot of my reflecting. So I'm reflecting, when I tell y'all all the time, I mean all the time. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think for me it's a good thing because I'm reflecting on just how far I made it. How far that I am just overall as a woman, a mother, a sister, a daughter, and just as a person, how far I've made it. From just reflecting on
where I was
life.
before.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
where I was 6 months ago. I'm like, even the fact to relive. I was thinking of, and then this is something that I do a lot. But when we come up with these topics and we are talking, I try to say, okay, what do I want to talk about? What some of the certain things that I want to pinpoint or let you guys know that goes on in my everyday life or in my mind.
Right.
And I reflect on my life all the time. But as far as reliving my life, I would definitely tell you, in the past 6 months, my life has really been like amazing. Not that,
that's awesome.
Not that I have not had a good life. I had ups and downs. And not to say that, at moments in my life, I was like, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is a happy moment. I have those. But for the last 6, at least 7 months, I have been like, wow. What more can happen? I know there's a lot more that can happen out there for me and what God has, has for me. But it's like, He's been literally blessing me like on a everyday basis where I have no reason to
feel anything else.
To feel, yes. To feel like in awe.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you reflect on your life. When you have that feeling like, oh my goodness, you go back and you reflect. So what are you reflecting in your life? Like, are you reflecting on the negative things and that's what you live by today? Because if you're living by the negative things, you're never going to probably have that aha moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And it depends on what your aha moment is. Because sometimes you can find your aha moment in your negative moments. Like,
right, true. Yeah.
Okay, so like for today, no, I'm just going to talk about the whole week, right? So the whole week example for me was I made a post about, taking my car to get it fixed. You already know, Nissan is not like, the top of the line German whip of the, of the millennium, but it's still, not cheap to maintenance when you have to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, boom, I got that done. I felt some type of way because I was like, you know what? I've taken my car to 3 different dealerships. This is the fourth one. This is the only dealership that's been able to tell me anything that's remotely close to what I think that could be wrong with my car. And they about to, stick me for my paper. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop and think about it like, Jazz, you could be strapped. Like, you couldn't even have it right now. You wouldn't. I've been in situations where I didn't have the money, but I was always able to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to stop and count my blessings in that manner because, yes, it's an inconvenience. Yes, I know they're, raping me for my money. But at the same time, I'm blessed to be able to accumulate the money to be able to fix my car because I could be out of an automobile.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Just like, again, what was that? That was Friday, right? So my heat and my air is gone right now, right? I'm sitting here with this little baby ass space heater, right? But guess what? Tomorrow, maintenance is coming.
Right.
And I'm blessed to be able to afford to have maintenance come because I could really be sitting here assed out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm cold. Yes, I'm whining and it's irritating, but I still recognize my blessing, even though the devil is throwing these little negative things at me.
Right.
And even with me knowing the repairs that I have to have done, I'm still blessed because I thank God that I even have a house to be able to have this to complain about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thank God I have a car to complain about because a lot of people don't have those things. So it depends on how you look at your negative and what you do with what's being thrown at you. It depends on how you handle it.
Yes.
Because I have to, because I'm a life coach, I self-reflect all the time. You know what I'm saying? I self-check, self-analyze, all that good stuff. And if I don't do it, I have amazing friends that do it for me. But even with everything that's going on right now in my life that may seem a little chaotic, I kind of take it in stride because number one, I know it's going to get better. And I know these are blessings that God has given me to recognize. And I feel that if you don't recognize your blessings and your chaos, then you won't further be blessed.
Right. And that's what reflecting is.
Yeah.
Reflecting is not a bad thing. To me, I think is what do you take about, like, how do you, when you reflect, again, like I said in the beginning, are you reflecting on the negative things and changing it into a positive?
Right.
Or are you that person that's reflecting on your life or things that happened in the past and then you're walking around like, oh, my life was this way, or oh, this person ain't never do this for me, or this and that. Yeah. So you're not reliving your life if you do that. You're not going to relive your life if you're doing it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Not even relive it. You're not going to move on to anything past what you've already been through.
Right. So that would be
reliving your past.
Yeah.
Basically.
Reliving your life is, just saying, this happened to me. I'm born again. That's pretty much what it is. I'm born again. I'm reliving. And like I said, for me, I would definitely say for the past 6 to 7 months, I feel that for me, I am reliving my life. Like I'm
new blessings.
Doing it. Yes, definitely. Because I've been blessed. I've been blessed, and I'm not taking anything that happened or anything that God has given me. Trust me, I'm not
taking it for granted.
But I will tell you, for the past 6 months, it's been nothing but awe.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that I'm so honored to be able to, the thing is that with a sisterhood, if you don't celebrate your sister, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not happy with her happiness, I think sometimes I'll be more happy in her happiness than she is at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I text other people talking about, the blessings that, has happened for my friend because I'm very honored to be a part of that. But that's one thing I know, we have to lift each other up. We have to support each other. We have to celebrate with each other. Every win is a win, right?
Right.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. We want you to like, comment, and share. Tell us about some of the things you've experienced this week, the good, the bad, the ugly. Tell us how you're going to turn it around. Tell us how you're going to you may not be able to fix it, but just tell us what your mindset is, because a lot of the times it all starts in your mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It all starts upstairs, and yes, sometimes you're in that moment and you're going through. But if you just stop and get in the quiet, you'll see your lesson, right?
Right.
Maybe not see it, but you'll understand it a little bit more of why you're dealing with what you're dealing with in that moment. Because I feel that even though I'm dealing with these 3 major pocket killers, income tax eaters is what I call them. Right. I thought I was going to get me something nice with my income tax. Right. That was my goal, right? But because I'm dealing with these things, I thank God. I'm like, you know what? This is just me reinvesting my money outside of my car, reinvesting my money into something that's going to be prosperous for me later on down the line. You know, and even though I thought I was about to, you know, be clean with my Gucci shades, that is not happening for me. It's not happening for me right now. And I'm patient enough to be able to accept that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, God, you got it. Right. You never failed me. All right. You know, devil think he got this. You know, all right. I'll be patient. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to get outside yourself to realize your blessing. Right. And even what you were just saying, Jazz, about when I was making a comment, well, the statement about reliving your life. Reliving your life don't always have to be with you, what you do. It even could be with reliving your life within somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating, you know, excitement or promotions or, you know, new success and somebody else, like you're living your life through that person. Yes. That don't mean that you are wanting that person life. That don't mean that you envy that person. That just means, like you said, you are just excited for that person. Yeah. Moment. And, living in a moment. Like, I'm excited for that person. Yeah. Definitely, because I've been living in your moments. Right. I have been. And, you know, just a lot of other women that's on here that I know that are, you know, moving forward and doing big things. Stephanie Bullock and Lonnie Grant, they got a big event coming up. I've just been living in their moment. Like, yeah, go ahead, sis. Like, you know, I'm just so excited. Tamika, just everything that's been going on that's been around me that I am able to be a part of, that I can touch, or that even just my support. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just my support, even if I can't, you know, participate. It's not all about me. Right. It's about me being able to serve. You know, and that's what God put me here for. Right. So, you know, just it depends on how you look at life and how you view what you're dealing with, good or bad. You know. Right. So share with us some of your highlights of the week. Share with us some of your not so highlighting moments of the week. We're anxious to hear because we want to talk about that and maybe help you gain a little bit perspective on maybe a different way that you can think about whatever situation you're going through, right? Because life is not always beautiful, you know. And you may look at my situations and be like, "Girl, that ain't nothing," you know. Let me tell you, that's the least of my worries, and that's fine. But I would like for you all to share that with us so we can, you know, talk about it, because I may view it a different way than what you may view it, and another person might view it. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can make this better, how we can make each other better, as well as ourselves better. Because we're going into a new week, right? And we said we were leaving 2017 behind, didn't we? And we only, Jennifer, 3 months in. Only 3 months in. Yeah. And it's like, okay, what does the rest of the year have? And even if your year didn't start off right, or your week didn't start off right, or even if today didn't start off right, it is now 7:27. It's no telling what can happen in the next 10 minutes. Right. I woke up ice queen. Right. I woke up with ice cubes on my toenails this morning. Right. It didn't stop you from being blessed. It didn't stop us from doing this show. It sure didn't stop us from being here and spreading the word about reflecting and reliving. Yeah. You know, because you could have easily been like, friend, my heat went out. I'm irritated. I'm mad. I'm not upset. Doing the show. Right. Just because you mad at something that you could not have stopped. I could not have stopped it. And I also couldn't control the fact that I went to 4 stores a day. Okay, I'm going to get off of it. I went to 4 stores a day. Nobody has space heaters. Nobody, friend. I got this little itty bitty bite-sized travel heater. But it's good. It's and I'm going to use it, but you know what? Even if she didn't have the space heater right here, we would still be good. Yes, we would be in here but we would look funny, though, because we would be bundled up. But we would still be in here doing the show, and I would still share that with you all because I want to be transparent with you all to let y'all know that life is not always perfect. Right. Everything ain't always what you think it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay. You know, live in your moment. Be where you are, but also understand there's a blessing and a lesson in that moment. Right. And just saying about the reflect and relieve, your electricity, well, not the electricity, but your heat didn't go out because you didn't pay it. No. It didn't go out because you didn't pay it.
Trust me, it did not go out because you did not pay it. Not to say that you do not have to pay somebody to come out here or whatever it costs. It went out because it was something that you cannot stop. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can prevent it. It ain't because you just said, I don't want to pay it.
I'm not going to pay it.
Right.
I blame Trump.
So, no.
I'm just playing everybody.
No, so that's the things that makes you reflect on your life because, you know, I know at times and back in the day, like when I was growing up, you know, taking care of my kids, being a single parent when it was just me and my daughter, you know, you still in time. What was it?
Robbing Peter and Paul.
And we all still doing that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know we all still doing that. But it's like you still grow up to a sense on how to do it and how to say, okay, this is what needs to be done.
And how to do it.
It went out on the strength of nothing that you can control.
Yeah.
So you know what? If you got to pay somebody $200 to come out here to look at it, you like, this is what I got to do.
I had to suck it up. But I'm blessed enough to be in that position right now to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Versus being like, you know what? Nah.
When you got 200.
Right. Yeah, right.
I would have to borrow it because it's only so long I can be cold.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So,
but I'm not too proud. I'm not too proud. You know what I'm saying?
That's where the reflection comes from. And there's nothing wrong with reflecting on your life. It's just what you do in a moment to be able to relive yourself during those reflections.
Yeah. Yep. And to be able to have a story to tell, because guess what? When you're mad and you're going through something, it's hard for you to see the lesson. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for you to share your story because your pride and your ego was in the way.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you can't bless anybody else that's dealing with that situation because all you know is anger and frustration.
Right.
And lashing out. You know what I'm saying? So I look at everything that I go through is not for me personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a lesson that I can pass on. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's something that's brought to me so somebody else can reach out to me and say, hey, sis, or hey, Jazz, whatever. You know, I've been through that, girl. Just do X, Y, and Z. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to stop taking these things personally. Sometimes it's to get us to a new level in our lives, right?
You're right.
Reliving.
It is.
Reliving better.
You want to read some of the comments?
Yeah, of course. Thank you all for joining us tonight here in the Ladies Lounge. Okay, wait. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm over here touching stuff. All right, we got Stephanie that joined us. Sheena, Billy Foster, Eric. Thank you all for joining us. Erica, hey, boo. Robin, thank you for joining us. Kat. Marquita Brown, hey boo, hey Smoochie, thank you for joining us.
Stephanie said it is sisterhood and she win, we win.
Yes.
And that is exactly what it is. And that's what reflecting, because you know, as you go through stuff with your friends, you know, through even with sisterhood with your blood sister, because I have a blood sister that we had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Things that shouldn't have been said or shouldn't have been done. And then you realize how far you got with that sisterhood.
Yeah.
Blood or no blood. And you like, I'm reflecting on this and we're now reliving our life. Now I'm gonna share I just got so many things that I can, you know, not going on to details to make the show 3 hours. You know, just giving examples of things where I reflect and I know I relived. And what Stephanie was just saying, you know, sisterhood with your friends, you know, your girlfriends, your real friends that you realize that you like, okay, these are real friends, not because
they're perfect.
It's like they're real friends, not because if you knew them the longest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're real friends because you was able to come back and you was able to connect and you know things that y'all share. And again, with me singing for the past 6 to 7 months, where I'm reliving my life and I've been in the awe, that's included in reconnecting with friends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all that with all that. You know, the sisterhood with me and my sister, which is my blood sister, with her going through her journey and her weight loss and all that.
Yes.
With my daughter and her doing her weight loss journey and trying to become a trainer, and you know, we working out together, which we did, but it's again on a whole nother different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reflecting the fact that I'm, continuing getting along with my son's father. We co-parenting and we
That's
doing
important.
the amazing job.
Yeah, you are.
That's
important.
My health and fitness journey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My eating, I'm still there trying to get there, but I'm here. But even that, just me still being active. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Being active and having that energy to keep going. Keep going. The things that me and Jazz have coming up in the upcoming months. Meeting new women, and new
just
friends.
A whole new platform.
That we're doing stuff together to
empower other women.
Empower and do things in the community. So let me tell you, like I told y'all, my reflecting, even my relationship with my fiance, all that reflecting is powerful.
It really is.
And it's like, how are you going to live your life after you reflect? Are you going to live it in a positive way or negative way?
You know what? I just thought about something. I reflect on what I do for other people. A lot of times you have to reflect on me for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm not lying. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, friend, I don't think I'm doing enough. You be like, girl, oh my God, did you forget that you did X, Y, and Z? X? Right. And I'm like, I did do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I reflect on my service. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-hmm. I didn't even mention the fact that last Sunday I became a certified personal trainer. I didn't even mention that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she always get on me like, Jazz. Ozil always get on me like, that's not in your bio. You need to put that in your bio. You've done this and you're an author now and you've done this. And I'm like, oh, I did do that. But in the meantime, I'm talking to people like, well, girl, what you eat? Well, you probably need to change that. But, not thinking about it because it's something that's in me naturally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Something that I love to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I am far from perfect. I am a work in progress. But I also know, like I said before, I'm here to serve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I thank God for you because a lot of things that I don't forget is just not anything that I think that I shouldn't be doing.
Right. I get what you're saying. So you're looking at it as like it's something that you shouldn't get praise on. Like, or get acknowledged for?
I think it's because I'm not a big I self-promote, but I'm not a bragger.
Okay, and,
like I'm not walking around like.
You to say, and you know what? I was waiting for you to finish.
Because you know what? Trained, but I walk around like yes.
It's a difference.
Yeah,
and I was waiting for you to say that because thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you so much,
Stephanie. We had Ozell, Harriet, Robin. Thank you for tuning in. Robin said, "I'm so proud of you, sis."
Thank you, baby.
Let me tell you, when you talk about what you do, it is a difference between if you're bragging or if you just announcing an accomplishment. This is where I have to realize where even with social media.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say social media because it's the thing now.
Yeah, it really is.
It's okay to announce what you accomplished. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If you choose to be undercover or not do it, that is on you. But if you want to announce it to the world, why not? It's how you do it. It's a difference between announcing your acknowledgments and bragging. Mm-hmm. And not being humble about it. That's when it's on a whole nother level. Listen, like I said, you're going to see pictures of me. You're going to see pictures of what we do or what I do. You're going to see pictures of my kids and what they do. You're going to see pictures of my sister, my nieces, my nephews. Why not? You can announce everything else. You can announce when you have a baby, when you get married. You can announce, you can share when, you done got paid. Whatever the case may be, announce it. Be proud of what you did. Forget if other people are going to think you're bragging. It's not a bragging. It's reliving. It's being proud of what you had accomplished and reflecting on where you've been and you relived what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to see that negative stuff on
Yeah.
social media,
I don't got it.
or you want to keep talking about it. Even if you're not on social media, you want to be around the negativity. No, I don't want to be around it. I'm going to announce all the positive. Do I have negativity in my life? No, I don't. Are all my days good? No. Are all my days with my fiance is good? No, but it ain't to the point where I'm about to be like, oh, this get on my nerves. I'm about to leave him. No, because I'm not. Because it ain't to that point to do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to the point to be like, oh, you're about to see a whole negative post about what I go through my life, because I don't have that. Because I'm the type of person that I like to switch negative to a positive.
Right. And I'm seeing some comments on here. Thank you all for tuning in.
Because I'm taking
this
passion. I'm sorry, y'all.
Are you about to cry?
No, I'm not about to cry,
okay,
but I'm just
cry.
getting deep. No, not cry. No.
Okay.
Because it's like...
Because you're emotional. I'm
emotional because I reflect on my life.
Yeah,
and this is how I get. Well, even when I'm by myself, y'all be surprised. I be in my mind. I be in the car, in the house. I be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because,
and you know what? And the funny thing is that somebody, Jerome Smith, thank you for tuning in. He said #confidence. And you know what the thing is that it's not that I'm not confident because I know my ability. Right. I know what I do. Very confident in what I do. It's just the fact that I look at other people.
No, I get.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm downplaying, my whatever, my abilities or my gifts. I'm not downplaying them.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can serve somebody else.
Right.
And then in my mind, I'm like, I didn't do enough. And then she like, girl, what more can you possibly do? Like, first of all, you might want to get some sleep. I don't know. You might want to try that. And lately I have been doing that and it's been awkward for me. I don't like it.
Right. But getting sleep?
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of sleep lately.
Right.
And it's just been strange, but it's something that I think that I need.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my body is like, oh, you think you... No. Right. Lights out. So, it's not that I'm not confident in what I do. It's just that I feel like it's not about me. It's not for me.
It is not,
and you're right.
Even if you take away the social media, even forget that, you just still don't announce a lot that you do to let other people draw to your attention. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know the person that you are. I know that. But I mean, just what you do and what you can offer. Because if you don't tell people what you can offer,
they don't know.
They don't know.
You're right.
They don't know.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's nothing I haven't heard before, and I am getting better in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if my social media page it says it. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like,
but the people that's not on social
media. Yeah, right.
People that's not on social media. All right, so we have Stephanie said, I'm yelling every gift and talent that God has blessed me with.
Yes. And that's appropriate.
Yes.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You should, and that's where I'm at, Stephanie. Like I said, you might get tired of seeing my selfies, something I'm posting about my daughter, this and that. Because if I'm not posting it, trust me, I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm even... Take away if the internet and Facebook and Instagram wasn't here. I'm still going to talk about it. Yeah. I've always been a talker. And that's the thing. This is why I do what I do. It took a lot. It took a lot for me to really put it out there to the world. But I've always been a talker.
I never would have guessed it.
Whatever. Because they used to always tell me, shut up. You want to tell your whole life. You want to tell everybody this. I was always a talker.
Wait a minute. That was a different circumstance.
No, I was always a talker and just like a social bug. Like I was always just talking about just different things. So all I'm doing is just bringing to the light what a lot of people did not really know about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we're here for. And I thank God for this platform because you have not arrived, but you've really blossomed from, where when we first began, when we first even had this conversation, because this was always in the making. We've had this conversation about doing radio for years, so to see that you're opening up and that you're open and that you like, here I am and this is what I got and this is what I do and who I am, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel all warm. It does, friend. I'm just so happy. I am, because it takes a lot. You know what I'm saying?
it
Because
does.
people ridicule you, people judge you.
Which
people
was
are not
one-
always.
Yes, yes.
And that was,
yes.
and you know what? That's one thing I never thought about.
Mhm.
That's the one thing I never thought about. Remember, I was always like, "Come on, friend, yeah. So what?" People say stuff. I never thought about that point, but I also, in reflecting on living this life and where we are now, I never thought about it taking us to where we have been and where we're going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I already see where we're going.
Right.
It's going to be big. But just being here right now, still doing it, you know what I'm saying, on a different platform with different audiences. You know what I'm saying? It's really big for me, because I'm opening up. I'm, talking about a lot of things that I probably would have never talked about with the world. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm secretive or I have anything to hide, but just because it just ain't me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that you're here and you're doing this with me now.
Right.
And we're doing it together. And sometimes you got to rein me in.
Right.
And vice versa. Sometimes we be like, my eyes will get big in the screen. I'm like, but I'm just happy that, you're allowing me to share this moment with you.
Right. So we have Stephanie said, I love to see folks do well because I know if God didn't do it for her, he would do it for me.
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Absolutely.
Jerome said, making a difference energy.
Yes. Energy makes a difference.
Yes. Yep. Hey y'all about to cry, make me cry, happy tears. Let me tell you,
girl, don't start.
Let it out, Stephanie. Let it out, because I do. Like I said, this probably ain't this could be the show right now to do it, but we holding back. I'm holding back because I have my moments that I cry, but if I did, it would have been happy tears. Just like I said, just reflecting on life and where I've been and what I've been through, and even what you said earlier, Jazz, where you can tell somebody your life story and they might say, "Oh, it ain't nothing," but you can never judge or say that somebody's life story should be more difficult or more easy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that person went through with their life.
I completely agree.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, what's another comment? All right. Stephanie laughed. I don't know what you did the laugh face at. Nadia says sometimes people do not announce because they are scared of being judged. And that's true.
And that's why I like doing this show. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, people going to judge you whether you announce it or not. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be judged. Somebody's not going to like the fact you're doing this. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, you too fat to be a personal trainer." Well, this is my journey and this is what I love and this is my passion, so this is where I'm going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to have something to say, regardless to whatever you do. So I guess the judging and the ridicule is something that's I expect. You know what I'm saying? Right. I expect it, but I also know how to dead it. You know what I'm saying?
If it come that way.
If it progresses to that. So thank you all for joining us. Can we take a break?
Yep.
You feel like taking a break? Okay.
All right. So listen, we got about a 2-minute break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for joining
Ladies
us.
Lounge. And we will continue with the conversation.
Yep.
We got about another 15-20 minutes left. So come back with your comments, your thoughts, and your
Make sure you like, comment, and share, y'all. We can't keep talking about us. We done spent how many minutes? We done spent a lot of minutes talking about us. So we want to talk about y'all. We want to talk about the happy, the good, the bad, the ugly. All right?
Because it's not March Madness, is March happiness.
Right. All right. See you soon. All right, guys, we are back. You're here in JT Ladies Lounge on Jetsons Radio DC. I am Jazz, and this is your host. Yes. So we are back. It is R&R Sunday, guys. We're reflecting and reliving.
Yes.
You know, whatever's happened this week, we're going to make next week better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're here to do. Good, bad, ugly. We want to hear some of your thoughts. We want to hear some of the situations that may have happened to you this week that may have not been that beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we want to hear the beautiful things. We want to celebrate you and everything that you've done last week. Push you into this week, you know, with positive vibes. You know what I'm saying?
We actually have a few comments that was said while we was on break. Stephanie said, "Why am I sitting here getting emotional, reflecting on all the goodness in my life?" Because that's what it's about. It's about reflecting and knowing where you at and where you're about to go. Yeah, it's serious. And even for people that are still going through their bad moments and they might not see that light.
Yeah. Oh.
They might not see that light because every situation that happened in your life, we can always say, "Oh, when am I going to see the end?"
Oh, it's always something.
Right.
It's kind of like when you put that in the air, it always end up being something.
It's always something. Like,
really
God forbid, I can walk outside right now when we finish the show, and I can have a flat tire. And the first thing that can come to my mind is saying, "Oh, when is it going to end?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's like, it's not going to be my first reaction. It's going to be like, got a flat tire. Got to call somebody to change it. It happens. You know, it happens because it's never going to be an ending. It's always going to be things and roadblocks that stop you.
Try to stop you.
Yes, that try to stop you and stop you. So it's that, when is it going to end? It's never going to end. It's
called life. You know, everything ain't always beautiful.
It's not going to always be happy smiles and roses and what's it like,
running through the lavender or the weed or
like you just it's not always going to be that.
No, but you know what, it's all about perspective. It's
like it's
all about perspective though, and in all honesty. I mean, you know, even with things that you're battling, you know, sometimes we say, okay, we're going to stop doing this, right? We're not going to do this no more. We stop and then we end up, you know, doing it a little or doing it full-fledged, whatever it may be. Maybe it's smoking. Maybe I'm going to stop smoking. And you're like, oh, I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on your perspective. If you always hold yourself hostage to a situation, it's always going to be there because you allow it to lay there comfortably.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where your mindset is and what you want out of your situation.
Right.
It may be a smart thing for me to quit smoking. And it's a smart thing for you to quit smoking. But because I'm determined to fight that monster,
right,
you may say, well, I've been doing it for so long. Oh, I'm just used to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just depends on how serious you are about fighting the giant that's in your life.
Right. But the person that wants to stop doing that is the person that will relive their life. You're reliving.
Yeah.
You're being born again.
And you're trying to live it better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying right or wrong. Not saying bigger or badder or better. Just saying different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own battles to fight. You know what I'm saying? So don't be ashamed. If you have a battle that you're fighting right now, let us know. We're here in the ladies' lounge. I mean, come on. How much more open can you be?
Right. And not to downplay anybody that's not in a moment of reflecting and trying to relive. It's not that you live and you learn. Everybody have their moments in life that they do that. Like I said, everybody is no rules. Is no set age. It's not.
No.
But it's still at some point in your life you have to try to get better, because if you got kids out there, if you got people looking up to you, at some point you have to try.
And you know what the thing is, you never know who's looking up to you. You never know, especially in this social media world. You never know whose life you're impacting on the other end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are you putting forward? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you can't do it for you,
right, living
you
your life,
gotta do it.
Living your life to the fullest.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Living your life beyond you. You know what I'm saying? Because your life ain't always about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not only about you. It's about the people that you're around. It's about the people that's watching you. It can be, I have nieces and nephews, 4 and 5, 5 and 6. Them kids is old. They old now. Oh my goodness. Right. But at the same time, I know that my life ain't about me. It's about what I can leave for them. It's about what I show them while I'm here. Right. I have a 10-year-old. He's about to be 11. Tamara's kids. You know what I'm saying? Her sister's kids. Have I always been a positive influence? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Have I always done the best thing? Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? It's called living and learning. You know what I'm saying? You do what you can while you can. And as you grow, you have to evolve into something better.
But you know what? What you just saying that, you know when you put a positive impact on somebody. You know why? When they call on you again. Or when you can, you know, reach out to that person even on your own and say, I apologize. Or I forgive you. Or let's start over again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that when you said that maybe you might not have been a positive impact. I know I probably wasn't a positive impact on somebody at one point in my life or their life. But when you know when you know somebody's heart and you know that they are genuinely a good person, literally, genuinely a good person, that's when you know that you can say, you know what? I'm going to reach back out to that person. And you know what? When that person reach out back to you, that's when you
start to give me goosebumps.
That's when you start to reflect on your life. And you be like, what is it that I'm doing in my life? You know, for that person to reflect, like to come back. You reflect on your life. You be like, what is it? Like you start to say, what am I doing? What did I do?
No. I don't do that.
No, you know.
When somebody come back to me, it's not what am I doing in my life. It's just that sometimes I realize that maybe we were at 2 different points in our lives.
No, I know what I'm saying. We had 2 different points in our life, but what am I doing? I'm doing something good. Like I'm being me. I'm
a better me.
Yes, I'm being a better me. I'm reflected, and I'm going to relive my life in that moment.
I'm going to relive my life in a better moment because you know sometimes. So one thing I was thinking about is that sometimes as we get older, we try to relive our life in our youthful years, doing the same dumb stuff that we did when we were younger. Not saying dumb, but just not really smart, right? So we don't want to let go of that period in our life when we had the best time.
Right.
You know, and with that, it's all fun and games. But you never advance beyond it. You always stay stuck, right? I'm not saying who wants to do that because a lot of people, that's their comfort zone. But I'm saying if you want to unlock a different blessing in your life, if you want to advance to the next level, sometimes it's okay to relive it, but relive it in the best you. Relive it in the you that you are now. You know what I'm saying? Why relive it? Yes, I'm 40. My body banging, right? I can put on the booty shorts like I did when I was 20.
Right.
But why?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I still crave the same attention that I did when I was 20? Like, that's what self-reflection is.
Right. You can be 40 but still be youthful.
And you can be sexy.
Doing the same thing. Right.
You can still be sexy, but you have to be sexy in your 40s.
Yes, but
you know?
Say sophisticated, empowering, exciting, and youthful.
Yes.
You can always be that. So we're going to read a few more comments, and we're going to go ahead and end the show. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in and like, comment, and share.
Yes, please. All the hearts, all the love, y'all. Y'all keep us going because guess what? We're trying to spread positivity. We're trying to empower women. youth, trying to keep everything, on a positive vibe. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like this video. Make sure you like all the other ones that we got too.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nikki. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
How
boo.
you doing?
Hey.
Your life is your testimony. Make it count. Yes,
come on, girl.
It is. Yes, everybody went through something. You have somebody that just don't want to share it, and you have some that do. Like, nobody lived a perfect life. Like, really, and at least to me, I don't think anybody lived a perfect
But
life.
if you did, if you lived a perfect life, what is your story to tell, and what are you passing on?
But the perfect life would be like somebody tell your story and you'd be like, oh, that's the perfect life. Like, you can tell a story and be like, you had nothing to complain about. But that goes back to say, you cannot tell nobody life what their story is. Somebody could be like, oh, I got straight A's in school, but when I got in trouble, my parents did this and did that. Just because you get straight A's don't mean that you're not gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, it don't mean that you ain't got other things on your mind,
Right, that don't mean that. So, whatever your perfect life is, or whatever, just to me, in my eyes, nobody lived a perfect life. So you are entitled to have mistakes. You're entitled to mess up. You're entitled to probably offend and disappoint people and hurt people, because I know I have. Was it my intentions? No, it was never, because I'm not that type of person that intentionally want to hurt people. It's just situations that happen.
Yep, life happens, right? So, guys, listen, it is 8:03 p.m. We have a couple comments. Yep. We have a couple more comments. Go ahead, babe.
Stephanie said, I believe that while on this earth, God created us to be assigned to someone else. So with that being said, we should always be our best selves. Someone you are assigned to is waiting for you to get it together so that you can complete your God-given assignment. I know that deep, but our journeys are not for us, but for someone else.
Come on, girl. Yes.
Totally agree. Nikki says she totally agrees. Stephanie said yes. Nadia, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. She said, I'm loving this discussion.
Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, thank you so much for loving us. Make sure you give us all the hearts. Make sure you like, comment, and share this video, right? This is R&R. Yeah. Sorry, I was rusting in my head. Okay. It's called Reflect and Relive. Yes. Reflect and Relive Sunday. So make sure you share this all. So we're going to close the show out. I just want to say that if this week was not your best week, if this week you could have done something, if something happened to you this week, check your perspective. Check your perspective of the situation that happened. Not saying it's good, not saying it's anything you can control. But realize the lesson in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a lesson in something. It has to be. Because it wouldn't happen any other way, right? So check your lesson and also be grateful of the blessings that you've been blessed with. For those who had an amazing week, be blessed in your week. Be blessed in your blessings, honey. Live in the moment. And it's okay to live in the moment. Appreciate your blessings. Pass them on to other people. Yes. Be happy. Be healthy. Be whole, y'all. This is March.
Happiness, not March Madness.
Right, you had me stuck on madness.
It's not March Madness.
It's March happiness. It's March meanness. Okay, it's so much going on out here, y'all. Make sure you keep it positive. Make sure you always look for the good and everything that you've been blessed with. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, with that being said, you can always follow us on social media. We have our Jetsons Radio DC Facebook page. We have our personal Facebook pages. Yes. We have our Twitter page at TO2 with Jazz and T. We also have our Instagram page at JT Ladies Lounge. We have our YouTube page, which is JT Ladies Lounge. Yes, guys, I'm also just
just know you can always find us.
You can always
JT Ladies Lounge.
Anything hashtag that. At that, right? So like I said, y'all, I just became a personal trainer Sunday. I have an offer on Fiverr right now, which is really, really an amazing deal. It's $10. You get 2 20-minute sessions. You can't beat it, right? And it's for everybody that can't make it to the gym.
Right.
It's for everybody that's just restarting, everybody that's starting out. So make sure y'all get at me, right? I'm looking forward to working with you all. Thank you all for your support. And wait, we got something else.
No.
Oh. Okay.
We got a lot.
We do.
Which we were supposed to feed the homeless Saturday, but because of the weather, we couldn't do it, and we definitely will extend it to another weekend. So we're gonna have that, happening. So again, thank you for everyone that donated and contributed, and that's just doing a good thing. So we will do that,
and we will get back to you on that date.
And then we said Mother's Day. We do have something coming up for Mother's Day, which we will announce soon.
Yep. As soon as we finalize the details, guys, we're going to be doing something big for, mothers that are displaced, homeless mothers.
Yes.
So that's going to be awesome. Y'all stay tuned, right? Make sure you like us, follow, comment, share, hearts, and we will see you all next week.
Reflect and relive. Tomorrow's a new day.
A new week.
Yes.
Bye.